Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio, June 17, 2025. Pouring yourself into an enjoyable pursuit can be rewarding today, although it's best to avoid overdoing things. A Mars-Uranus square influencing today can stir some restlessness. Ideally, it motivates you to make meaningful changes. However, impatience can lead to impulsiveness, especially with money, but it can also get you worked up about a difference in values with someone. You may need to deal with the consequences of poor decisions today, so keep your wits about you. There can also be a tendency to fly off the handle if you don't feel respected. Holding on too tightly to your things and ideas may be about a fear of changes taking place in your social life. Centering yourself can help, although it can be challenging. Ideally, a strong desire to put something behind you can lead to a confrontation that works in your favor or a hands-on approach to problem solving. Being direct and honest can be a little sticky or messy now, but also revealing. A significant cosmic event is upon you now. The energy peaks in the coming days, and also previously happened twice in 2024. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, will square mighty Saturn, the planet of hardship. Unfortunately, this is a particularly challenging energy, as you will face opposition, hurdles, and conflict around your long-term goals and plans. This is also likely to spill into your personal or romantic life. The key now is to dedicate yourself to hard work in building everything that you desire. If you do so, everything should pay off handsomely within a few years. You're in no mood for flaky clients or colleagues. You can cajole, control, and coerce, but chances are you'll get nowhere. They'll drive you up the wall no matter what, so avoid the worst of them. Wonderful transits are occurring these days to allow for personal growth. Emotional material that has been ignored or repressed may come up. To manage this kind of awakening, it is important to stay physically active so that mental energy does not dominate you. Committing to some kind of aerobic exercise at least 3 times a week will help you immeasurably. Drinking a whole lot of water will also help you flush out those toxins both physically and symbolically. Put the work aside today. It's a vibration that's in the air, and with this you're not apt to get a lot accomplished, anyways. This essence brings an element of adventure and fun to the air. Why not seize the opportunity? Heaven K. Now's you work hard and long. Perhaps a breakaway is exactly what you need to reduce some of the stress you've had to carry lately. At the very least, see about reducing the load for this day. Just as Mars moves into his final 3 days in your income sector buoyed by a full moon in your work sector earlier in the week and from support from planets on the career front, the moon returns for its monthly visit to your financial sector. While the moon won't clash with Mars for a few more days and then, any financial tension will be temporary. As the warrior planet of the cosmos, this is going to give him the competition he craves, adding more fuel to a fight for what you deserve. While the moon's first visit to your relationship sector since Jupiter and Mercury returned to Cancer earlier in the week may have pushed some buttons and put some pressure on a balance between your own and your relationship needs, as it leaves you can enjoy the benefits. This will take the pressure off leaving emotionally engaged and aware as on both sides, support from the communication gods kicks in. Scorpio, you're being pulled to shed an old layer. Quote of the day, transformation begins with release. Color, burgundy deep, intense, renewing. Lucky numbers, 2, 8, 17. Let go of the version of yourself you've outgrown. You don't need to explain it to anyone. Change speaks for itself, especially in silence. Our eyes in the sky. Here is your expansive and encouraging tarot message for June 17, 2025, drawn from the intuitive pull of 5 cards, the Magician, 8 of Cups, the Empress, Knight of Wands, and 3 of Pentacles. Together, they sketch a picture of empowered transformation, creative potential, bold steps forward, and the importance of community in manifesting our personal visions. The day begins with the spark of the Magician, a card that signals you have all the tools you need. Even if you don't feel fully prepared or equipped, this energy affirms that your intention is your greatest power. The Magician shows up when we're ready to create from within, to align mind, heart, body, and spirit toward a purpose we may only just be discovering. Today's energy nudges you to take your desires seriously, not as daydreams but as blueprints for action. You might find that your words, focus, or even small rituals today carry a surprising amount of influence. Don't underestimate the effect of your energy when it's aligned with clarity. Next, the Eight of Cups quietly walks in with the message of necessary departure. Something in your emotional world may no longer fulfill you in the way it once did. And while it might seem easier to stay put or pretend things are still working, this card gives you permission to be honest about what you've outgrown. It's not about abandoning everything, it's about being brave enough to seek something deeper, more meaningful, more true to your spirit. You might be feeling this tug in a relationship, a job, a belief, or even an old version of yourself. If you've been wondering whether it's okay to walk away from something that no longer brings you peace, this card says yes, it's time. Following that emotional clarity, the energy softens and opens with the Empress, a beautiful, grounding presence that reminds you of your innate worth and ability to nurture beauty around you. The Empress invites you to lean into creative expression and self-care. What are you growing right now? Whether it's a literal project, an idea, or the cultivation of a more authentic self, today is a good day to water what you want to see bloom. Take notice of what makes you feel abundant, not just materially, but emotionally, sensually, and spiritually. This card also often carries themes of fertility and connection to the earth, so spending time in nature or creating with your hands may help you feel more rooted and alive. Charging in next is the Knight of Wands, adding a passionate momentum to the day. Where the Magician lights the match, the Knight of Wands rides into action. Expect bursts of motivation, courage, and the desire to act on ideas that have been simmering. This knight is fiery and impulsive at times, so don't be surprised if you feel the urge to take bold steps or express yourself with more freedom than usual. Maybe it's time to pitch that idea, book the trip, or start the thing you've been hesitating on. The key is to channel this energy wisely. Don't rush blindly, but don't hold back out of fear either. Let your desire to live fully move you. Finally, the day rounds out with the Three of Pentacles, a gentle but powerful reminder that you don't have to do everything alone. This card speaks of collaboration, shared vision, and the beauty of building something together. If you've been trying to carry too much by yourself, today may highlight the value of reaching out. You may find support in unexpected places, a conversation that opens a door, a person who understands your vision, or a moment of recognition for your efforts. It's also a good time to recognize your role in a larger story. Where are you being called to contribute your unique skills? What kind of community do you want to grow with? Altogether, June 17th carries the potential for aligned action and honest transformation. You may feel the tension between who you've been and who you're becoming. You might be walking away from something quietly but stepping toward yourself loudly. There's no perfect timing, there's only your willingness to show up to the day as it unfolds, to meet your own power with trust and a bit of wild hope. If any of this resonates with you, I invite you to reflect. What are you creating right now with your thoughts and actions? What truth are you walking toward, even if you don't yet have a map? And who are the people or what are the practices that remind you of your strength when you forget it?